What's up, Clashers? Turin56 from iKonik here, bringing you another breakdown video. This was a base that I attacked in War 140, got 3 stars from it, and I'll go ahead and show you how. So as always with these breakdown videos, first we'll look at the base itself, show some traps, talk about weaknesses, sketch out an attack a little bit, and then watch the replay. So this was a cleanup attack. I had the advantage of having one of my clanmates attack this first, so I knew where some of the traps were. It had been attacked by an air attack, so I knew where all the Teslas were, but not all the giant bombs. So I knew there was a Tesla here, here, and then 2 in the core here. And I did know one giant bomb location because of the lure from the first attack was right there. So I wanted to Hogowiwi this base. I wanted to be able to take this out with hogs. I figured there was only one potential double giant bomb threat, and that was this gap right up here. It's a 2x6 gap, and then of course with the Tesla over there left another 2x4 space for double giant bombs. That would be the only significant threat to hogs on this base. But since it's right on the outside of the base here, one hog sent in can pre-trigger the outside bomb, thus eliminating the double threat. My guesses for the giant bombs were here, here, and then here as well. I figured that'd be a nice kind of symmetric set here, and then almost a pair there, but not an actually effective double giant bomb set. So that was the game plan going in. That's where I figured those were. So I built my game plan around that. So the first things, of course, that you need to do with any hog attack are first lure and kill the clan castle, and then take out the archer queen. So first step here is going to be to get the lure. Actually, I think the first thing I did was I sent in just one stray hog up here to try to pop that. Didn't pop that. There was no bomb there on the outside, so I knew there was no threat. So that was not the case. I kind of readjusted in my mind, and I figured it was either going to be here or here, and that's where I guessed, and that's where it was. So now, the lure. I sent in a giant from down here to distract these 2 archer towers. Of course, I got a little anxious and didn't wait long enough for him to get within range, and I dropped my hogs first, so my hogs were just being attacked by the archer towers the entire time. The giant was totally useless, but this still worked. Took out both of those archer towers. They path in towards the mortar, and I popped 2 giant bombs. So for the price of 35 troops, I get half the giant bombs on the board, 2 defenses, and the lure. So then I bring an archer over here to just anchor, allowing these guys to come over here. The clan castle troops, a few barbs down in front to distract, so I can get my witches down, and my witches will spawn those skeletons to help tank. And the archer queen, of course, goes down. They're going to be able to easily handle the clan castle troops, so those guys are taken care of. Next goal is that archer queen. I'm going to send in a golem right in here, start tanking all these defenses. Couple of wizards are going to start to build a funnel for me on those buildings right there, and then of course the barb king's going to go down, and I'm going to use some wall breakers to open up a hole right there. Just barely got those wall breakers in, almost a wall breaker fail. That would have sucked. And that allows me to take out that archer queen and a couple of these defenses over here as well as my barb king moves in. So at this point, I want to bring my hogs in. I figure I've kind of got a little bit of a break in the base right here as far as the defenses, so I might be able to create a little bit of a directionality here. So I drop them kind of a 3-fingered mass drop in here, take those guys out. I did get a split, but because I didn't have to use a jump spell, I had all 4 of my heals, so I was able to spread those out pretty well, cover most of the base. I think it's a little something like this. I use this heal down here for the splitters, and then one last one down here on the end, and a couple wizards on the back end for cleanup is going to help out there as well. And that's the story. So let's go ahead and clear that off and watch the replay here, see how this all worked out in real time. The fact that this guy did not have a double giant bomb set, even if he had, it would have been a pretty silly one that was easily pre-popped, but no double giant bomb set means really easy base to hog. All you have to do is just keep the heels down, try to keep them pathing together. And definitely an expensive investment in my lure, but 35 troop space is worth it if you can get 2 giant bombs. Gave me a lot of freedom later on in the attack to throw down those heels wherever I needed them because of hogs splitting or because of hogs taking too much damage from defenses, as opposed to having to save them to pre-heal giant bomb spots. Here comes my almost wall breaker fail. Just barely got in there. Nice funnel for my Barb King, so he's going to take out that Archer Queen. Considered using a jump spell to get my Barb King in a little bit deeper, and if he'd gotten into that next chamber earlier, he would have been able to take out some more of those defenses and possibly create a little bit of directionality for my hogs so they wouldn't split up like that. But those 2 core Teslas there right next to the town hall were a concern. I figured no matter what, those 2 Teslas were going to lure some hogs into the middle and then break up the group. So I figured the 4th heal spell would be a better choice for this attack. And so I'll just clean up from here. Only had about 10 seconds left on this at the very end. Only 4 hogs left over, as you can see there. So not a ton of cleanup, but because I held on to those 2 wizards on the back end to deploy where I needed them, and because my Archer Queen was able to do cleanup pretty much the entire attack, I was able to beat the clock. Alright, you guys, that is my attack from War 130. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Turin56 saying keep on clashing.